This video is brought to you by the 3 Minute Board Game patrons. Keep us independent by supporting us on Patreon. Kia ora koutou and welcome to Moon in about 3 minutes. Review copy used. It has a solo mode. It's a game for 1 to 5 players. Playing time is medium, and it's a moderately complex game. You are building a city on the moon, but you are not alone. You have rivals who are building cities as well. But can you build the most beloved city and become the new capital of the moon? The game ends after 3 eras of play, with each era lasting 6 to 8 card plays by each player. The winner is the player with the most points, shown using these heart tokens, and you can find them in lots of places. Drafting. Each turn you will play 1 card and then pass your hand to the next player. Set collection. Collecting sets of symbols on cards will score you points. Player turn. Set up a number of bronze, silver, and gold reputation cards based on the number of players. Then each player selects one of the 5 starting bases and takes 2 rovers. In Moon there are 4 main resources: food, water, energy, and metal. These tokens are double-sided, with one side showing 3 of a kind. The game revolves around cards, so let's look at one closely. At the top is its cost to play and the flags required to play it. This section here is what you gain if you trash the card instead of playing it. In this case, that's 1 metal token. There is also a space for a player to park a rover and a list of flags this card provides. You open your turn with a production phase, gaining any resources shown on the left of your base. You will start the game with a hand of cards. When it is your turn, you will pick one of those cards and play it. You will then put the remaining cards to one side. Once all players have played a card, you will then pass those cards left. As well as playing a card, you can also take an expedition action on your turn. These actions move with the hand when it is passed, so in a 4-player game, there will be 4 different expedition actions moving around the board. Now let's take a look at the 5 different types of cards. Blue cards go on the left of your base and produce their production resources when placed. Yellow cards have tags and are placed on the right side of your base. Grey cards tend to produce victory points in the form of heart tokens. Pink cards can be flipped over once per game as an additional action, granting their one-time effect. And red cards are returned to your hand to be drafted again after providing their bonus. Additionally, you can also place 1 rover on another player's board, either gaining resources or flags needed for construction. And finally, you can claim a reputation card if you meet its criteria. This can grant you ongoing bonuses and points. Once all cards in the era have been played, you score this track, granting the points on the display to the player with the most of that flag. In the case of a tie, reward no points. For round 2, add in the 4-point markers and the 5-point markers for round 3. This means the last round could potentially score big. Also at the end of the era, claim all rovers placed into your base by other players. They are yours to use next era. Why would you like this game? Like the previous 2 games from Sinister Fish, Moon is a small box game with a lot of game in it. As always, the art style is a minimalist style that I really dig, and the overall presentation of the game is great. There's some interesting ideas in here, especially around the expedition cards that have bonus powers that get passed around between players. That making your base appealing for other players to place their rovers. I'd say it's better suited to more experienced gamers though, as drafting an engine building like this can overwhelm some younger and inexperienced players. The best thing about this game is the rovers. They're adorable. However, because of how rovers and claiming reputation cards work, you cannot play Moon with simultaneous player actions like many comparable drafting and engine building games. As a result, I found Moon painfully slowly paced. It really takes twice as long to play as it should. For a far more dynamic game by the same designer, try Streets. And for my personal favorite drafting game like this, try It's a Wonderful World. Damn it, Moon. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the notification button, like, share, and subscribe to the channel.